I've told you for 2 years to prepare for this. I said food supply gonna dwindle, water supply gonna dwindle, food gonna be contaminated, water gonna be contaminated. Y'all thought I was crazy. Yeah, here we are. So if you've been preparing, you should have safe foods. If you've been preparing, you should have safe waters. Eventually, we're gonna have to find a new route for everything. But I said you need at least 3-4 months supply. I've been telling everybody since 2024. I told everybody about the sickness. I told everybody about the water. I told everybody about the ships that were going to be having trouble crossing through or having trouble with ships. I told everybody about different sicknesses that were going to spread. I told everybody about his dementia. I told everybody about the plan with Rent-A-Center. I told everybody about the natural disasters. I told everybody about the significant deaths. I predicted Renee Good before Renee Good happened. Even down to the red car, red jacket, red dress. Y'all follow all these spiritualists because they selling you dreams of love and light, and you giving them millions of followers only for them to take a check, take a bag, take a contract, turn the whole left way to evangelistical Christian and play in your face. But then you got real ones like me out here who've been telling you the truth the whole fucking time, ain't sold you no bullshit, ain't sugar-coated no bullshit, have been nothing but transparent and honest with you. So this brings me to my next point of why this is so important. I answered a lot of questions in 2024 and 2025 about the goals and the objectives of why they were going to do this thing and what was the point. And I said, eradication, dwindling the numbers. And I said specifically to POC, people of color, sterilization. And so the next point I want to bring up is that they have accepted that these chemicals can be used on fruits and vegetables and grown crops. It has forever chemicals in it that cause cancer. In fact, RFK won a lawsuit against them because of this. And now he's like, make America healthy again, make America have cancer again. But that's not the worst part of what this stuff does. The worst part about what this stuff does is it causes sterilization. It causes sterilization. So they can choose what farms and what crops this goes on. And they can choose what grocery stores and what neighborhoods and communities it gets shipped to. Y'all catching on? By the way, a certain leader of another country in the 1940s also did these things. Now this brings me to my next point because it's connected to that statement. They've recently been doing interviews in Congress about a program called MK Ultra. This right here. I'll let you go to TikTok, watch your own videos, do your own research online because that would take about a damn hour to be honest. But the short synopsis of MK Ultra is they used to do experiments on mind control. They used to do experiments on brainwashing and mind control with American citizens. They were not aware that they were being experimented on. They were given drugs. They were given hallucinogenics. They were made to do diabolical things. They recorded these people. They studied these people. They did this for decades. And then they said the program closed down. Well, no. The program didn't close down. The program got renamed and moved to a different level of government. And the experiments continued. Except this time, they didn't just do them on American citizens. They've been doing them on the military, too. The worst part of this is that the same scientists, the same doctors, the same soldiers that were over there with the jerk chancellor, okay? Hey, you know what I'm talking about? And they brought them to America, where they did not face consequences, but they helped the American government, specifically the CIA, conduct these experiments. That's right. The show did. But since the program was never closed down and these things continue, this brings me to my next point. I told you guys after Butler happened and the mass shootings after that happened and then Charlie happened and then more mass pew-pews happened and then you have these shooters at the Correspondents' Dinner. You have all this fucking shit going on, right? And I told you guys, it's all fucking connected. It is brainwashing. Those are sleeper agents and they don't even fucking know it. And how did they get all of them? What was the common denominator that all of those shooters had in common? They were online and played video games. The most accessible brainwashing tool they can use out here in the real world with unaware American citizens having experiments done to them. Brainwashing. Kill switch. Click. Click. You don't remember why you did it. You remember why they told you did it. And you didn't even do it. The funny part is how this is all connected to Germany as a whole. The only difference is we don't have gas chambers, but everything else is the fucking same, and they're about to go full tilt with this shit. The universe warned us with the motherfucking salute. The universe warned us when all them people came out. Musky breath and all of them. And they was like, Nazi this, Nazi that. Now, anti-fascism is illegal. You will go to prison. You got protesters doing life sentences. You got others that are in the grave. Freedom of speech, that does not exist. They arrested a nun. ICE arrested a nun. A nun that the church had to fight to get back, as well as, like, I think the governor or something. They know the uprising is going to happen. They know everything's going to eventually be exposed. They're trying to move as fast as they fucking can, and that's causing them to drop a lot of fucking balls. It's causing them to misstep and panic and scramble. We will use that to our advantage. But they know all of these things are inevitable. And since they know the uprising, the revolution, all of that's coming, they need to try to dwindle the numbers as much as possible. You think the lack of health care, the lack of resources, the lack of money, the lack of gas for transportation, the lack of actual edible food, and the lack of water isn't for that purpose? A human being can only go 7 days without food or water. America, I need you to wake the fuck up.